I just got a weird message. It said it was trying to connect. Nope, I'm live. Hey guys, Cody Helmer here, coming at you from my bedroom office in my emerald chair. I just want to hang out with you guys and talk to you guys about fear a little bit today. Share a little bit of a personal story with you guys, okay? So, having one of them crazy days. I was going to come at you later today, but we've got a recital this afternoon. So I hope some of you guys can join me. There you go. People are hopping on. Hey, everybody. Hey, we're going to talk about some fears. I'm just going to go ahead and get started, okay? Now, the first thing that I want to share with you guys is a little bit about my backstory and why I love this topic so much, because I was so fearful of everything, and not just in my Plexus business, not just starting my Plexus business, but in my life in general growing up. And I'm going to share with you where that comes from, okay? So this is a little bit of a personal story. Maybe some of you guys can relate to this, but I come from a really abusive background. So my mom and my dad were both drug addicts and alcoholics, and there was a lot of abuse in our household, a lot of physical and verbal abuse. I was always afraid. I remember being on the school bus and being about halfway, every day that I would get about halfway home, I would get just knots in my stomach, afraid. Always afraid. I remember being woke up in the middle of the night and having to sneak out of the house and pray to the Lord that Dad doesn't wake up, because we didn't know what would happen if he did, so that we can run off in the middle of the night to a battered women's shelter in downtown Indianapolis. And we did that a few different times growing up. Life was tough. It was really tough. And when you have a traumatic childhood or traumatic experiences in your life, it manifests into other things, right? As we become adults. I've been diagnosed with a plethora of issues stemming from that traumatic past. So I don't share this with you because I want you to feel sorry for me. I share this with you because maybe you're like me and you have a story similar to mine. Maybe you believe, like I did, that there was some mold that you had to fit in that you didn't believe that you could ever fill. That was me. I thought that I was destined to fail. I come from a long line of destructive behavior. My parents were this way, but so were their parents on both sides. And I thought this was the hand that I was dealt, and this is the way that my life was going to be, right? So I started really believing that and making some bad choices. I started drinking and smoking at 14 years old. I was smoking a pack to 2 packs a day at 14 and making some really bad decisions. So I had my first son at 19. But it wasn't until I turned 20 and had my daughter that I took a look at these babies, and I just thought, somebody's got to break the chain. Somebody has to change this, right? Why not me? You guys, something changed in me when I took my why me and I turned it into why not me. That victim to warrior, that place of fear to that place of courage. You guys, courage is not the absence of fear, it's action in spite of fear. So people are still scared that do courageous and extraordinary things in their lives. They just do it anyway. So that's what I needed to do. And I did the same thing. I made the same decision when I decided to work this business. I was still afraid, but I thought, why not me? Why Sonia Dudley, who is absolutely amazing, and why not Cody Helmer, right? Why not you? So we're going to talk about fear today, okay? Because fear, we all have it. That's maybe the first misconception that we can clear up, that you're the only one who has fear. Maybe you're paralyzed by fear in your business right now. Listen, every successful person in this world has fear. You just do it anyway. It's what you do with the fear that determines whether you have a life of your dreams, a life that gets you out of bed excited every day, or whether you live in mediocrity, right? It's what you do with it. So I'm going to challenge you to look at fear a little bit differently, and I'm going to talk to you about a few of the different most common fears that people experience, okay? So the first one is the most exercised fear of them all, and that is the fear of failure. How many of you out there are afraid to fail? I'm going to challenge you to look at failure a little bit differently, okay? What if instead of failure being something that we fear or something that's a bad thing, what if we look at it as an opportunity? That's exactly what it is. It's an opportunity to grow, right? Failure is only a bad thing if you fail to learn from it. So instead of cowering and being afraid of failure, what if we expected it? Because none of us are perfect, right? You're going to stumble in this business. You're going to stumble in your life, right? But what if instead of letting it prevent us from achieving our dreams, right? We look at it and say, okay, what could I have done differently or better to have had a different or better outcome? And we grew from it. That's a good thing, right? Failure's only a bad thing if you fail to learn something from it. So Les Brown says, if you fall, fall on your back. Because if you can look up, you can stand up. And if you can stand up, you can get up and continue to chase your dreams. So maybe right now you feel like you have fallen. Maybe you feel like you're stuck. I'm going to say to you today, get up. Just get up and keep chasing your dreams. Okay? The fear of failure does not have to be a fear. Embrace it. We're going to fail, but it can be a good thing. Learn something from it and grow from it. Okay? The next most commonly exercised fear is the fear of rejection. So we're going to do a little bit of an exercise. I can't see any comments if anybody's commenting. I see a lot of you on, which is awesome, in the middle of the day on a Thursday. Yeah, it's Thursday. So, hey, welcome. I'm so glad you came to hang out with me. Okay, so the second most commonly exercised fear is the fear of rejection. A little exercise, okay? How many of you have been rejected in your life? A lot of us, right? Now, when I say rejection, I think about rejection. I think of that deep-seated rejection, that hurt that changes us as a person, right? So a little exercise. How many of you have been rejected one or two times in your life? 3 or 4, 5 to 7, 8 to 10. You guys, the average number of rejections that the average person has had or experienced in their life is 5 to 7 rejections. Guys, it's all about perception. I'm going to challenge you again to look at this differently too. How many people have been generally accepting of you in your life? Hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands. You guys, you are in Plexus worldwide. There are 600,000 Plexus ambassadors, and we have a hashtag One Plexus Spirit that is unique to our company, which means you have 600,000 people in your corner. Look at just this group. This group has over 3,000 people in it, 3,000 hustlers that are clapping for you and cheering you on. You guys, those 5 to 7 people out there are the freakazoids, right? We could storm those people in a second. They don't stand a chance. You've got to look at it differently. Don't focus on that small number of people. Focus on the big number of people that are genuinely supportive of what you're doing, okay? But I want you to keep this in mind. Les Brown also says that it's necessary for you to know that not everyone will join you, that not everyone is going to have the vision, that a lot of people like to complain, but not a lot of people like to do something about it, that you are an uncommon breed. I want you to accept the fact that you are different. What we're doing is not the norm. It goes against everything that we've ever been taught about being an adult, right? We are taught, society teaches us that we are to get a job and work this 9 to 5, and we pay bills until we die. But I say, and you say, that's not good enough for me. I don't want to do that, right? So we're doing something different. Things that are different are not normally or generally accepted, right? That's okay. Not everybody's going to get it. Not everybody's going to get you. Not everyone is going to understand your heart when you reach out to them. Not everyone is going to like you. And it's not going to have anything to do with you. You hear me? It's not you. It's them. You guys, people who are mean or not accepting of what we're doing or accepting of us, maybe they put a nasty comment on one of our Plexus posts or whatever it looks like. You guys, that comes from a place of hate and insecurity and jealousy and all of those things. That's ugly. We don't need that. Facebook has 2 really, really awesome features. The delete button and the block button, right? Let's move it along. We're not going to worry about these people. It's okay. It's okay, all right? It's not going to have anything to do with you, but we're all going to have that. We're all going to have those people, okay? So the fear of rejection, look at it differently. Focus on the people who are clapping for you. We all are. I'm totally clapping for you and cheering you all on. Okay, the next one is, this is a crazy one, the fear of success. Okay, we're going to talk about this because when I first heard about the fear of success, I thought it was absolutely bananas. Like, when I first heard it, I thought, who on earth would be afraid to make a 6-figure income? Like, that just makes no sense to me. That's just crazy. And I believed that until it happened to me. The fear of success. It hit me like a ton of bricks. I'm going to share with you that I went to my very first Plexus convention as an Emerald ambassador in this company. And it was the most amazing experience. But I walked into the Jewel breakout session at convention. I took a seat and I was sitting by myself and I was looking around at all of these amazing people. I watched their training videos, right? They're like Plexus celebrities. And this huge wave of doubt washed over me for the first time in my business. And I thought, oh my gosh, what am I doing here? Like, I can't even measure up to these people. Like, I only own 1 pair of Kendra Scott earrings. Like, I don't know if I can do this. Everybody's going to look to me for all of the answers. I was totally stopped in my tracks with the fear of success. So I had a decision to make. That was a mold or fold moment for me. I could either stop and quit, right? Or I could do the hard things to push through it. And so I decided to do what I needed to do. And I knew that one of the things that I needed to do was to get over my fear of public speaking. So I don't know where I got this fear. It could be the time that I was asked when I was in kindergarten to get in front of the class and share my name and my birthday, and I peed my pants. Or perhaps it was the time in high school where I was supposed to give a speech on smoking and I completely froze for a super awkward amount of time and I developed a stutter that I never knew that I had. I don't know where it came from, but I have to share something with you. I got to Emerald without doing a single event or a single sip and see. Not a lot of jewels can say that. I don't know. I did it. So, but I knew that I had to overcome this huge fear. So I vowed to myself, the next time somebody asked me to do an event, I was going to say yes. And guess what happened? The next time I was asked to do an event, it was in front of 200 people with Sonia Dudley, my Plexus idol. What in the world? I said yes immediately. And then I cried for the next 30 minutes. I did it though, and I grew from it. I knew that I needed to stop looking at books about how to win friends and influence people. I had 5,000 Facebook friends. I needed to stop looking at books like Rock Your Network Marketing Business because I knew how to work this business, right? I mean, I'm no expert, but I knew that I needed to focus on leadership. So I put those books away and I started focusing on leadership. I did the things I needed to do. I got out of my comfort zone, which is exactly what you're going to do, right? If you feel stuck or the fear of success freaks you out. Raise your leadership lid. I'm going to share an equation with you. It's CZ equals money Z. That means your comfort zone equals your money zone. You've got to be always growing yourself, okay? You guys, fear, we all have it. We all have fear. It's what you do with that fear that determines whether you are successful or not. You guys have to believe in yourselves. And you do to some extent, or you wouldn't be here, right? You can be in Maui next year, and you will be in Maui next year, but you have to decide today that you're going to toss those fears out, right? We're going to burn them on Sunday, which I'm really, really excited about. But also that you're just going to do it anyway, and you're going to believe that you can. I believe in you, but I can believe in you all day long. Your sponsor can believe in you all day long. Until you believe in yourself, you're not going to make it. Decide today that you're going to make it, and I will see you there next year, okay? You guys, that's all I've got for you. I love you all. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Toss your fears out the window. You can do this. Bye, guys.